So, a friend of mine, he's more like family, but not family. The family you have, but like no blood relation, but you come to learn and love like family. It's like this crazy uncle type of energy that that I don't have anymore. Most of my uncles are gone, and they're just not they're just not available. Obviously, that and I don't have older brothers. So I don't have, always wanted an older brother, right? Or an older sibling, because being the oldest means I'm the one who always has to learn and set the example. And I always felt like, I always wanted somebody who would like, who got me, who would come first before me and who could stand up to my bullies or give me all the advice and check in on me and make sure I was doing right, make sure people treat me right. Anyway, this person, my like adoptive uncle, um, I was talking to him the other day, and now that I'm being more honest with a lot of people, or more open and honest, not just honest, but more open with very select people, because you can't be open with everyone. I've also learned to, you know, he was telling me about stuff, he had been through, because he's older, wiser as well. Um, he's from up north too, so he gives me all the right energy, the kind of person you want to, who comes with that energy, who's like, who messed with you, who upset you, who made you cry, show me who they are. It was nice. It was a nice offer. I haven't felt that one before. Um, anyway, that's not why I'm starting this. But the point is, I had a conversation with him, which I really loved actually. And I guess that's one thing, and maybe because of that and my own history with my own father, my own biological father. He was only helpful or around with my mom as long as he was getting something out of her. And when she got smart enough and didn't need him anymore, he, of course, disappeared more. He wanted to have her and I guess whatever else it was he wanted at the time. And when he couldn't have her, it trickled down, obviously, to us because that's the kind of man he was. And I've always been the kind of person that I don't expect perfect relationships. But if there's children involved, I guess from my experience, I always expect your relationship with the person you create kids with can dissolve. Sometimes, unfortunately, does dissolve. But I have always had the respect for a man, I guess, like I said, because of my father, who takes care of his kids and makes sure his kids are taken care of. And to tie that in, like I said, I was having a conversation with my surrogate uncle, and he was telling me about a woman he had been dating not too long ago. And with everything going on in the world, a lot of things are short supply. He was saying, he was dating a woman, and in the midst of one of their dates, his child's mother called, his son's mother, and she called him. She had to humble herself because they do not have a great relationship. But she called him and told him, I need something or I need help. And his date, I guess he relayed that to his date because why, it's not a thing. I'm going to help her with this, that, and the other, pick up a couple of things for her because she says she needs them. And his date got upset, he said. I mean, he stopped talking to this woman very shortly after this, but this for him was like one of the main reasons, because his date got upset because he was going to make sure that those things were provided to the mother of his child. He said, because if she doesn't have it, then my son doesn't have it. It doesn't matter what my relationship with her is, because it affects my son. So if she don't got it, he ain't got it. And the fact that she called him in the first place means that she has tried to get it herself or do it herself and wasn't able to. And that's why she called him. So why would he not help her? And it's interesting or admirable. Like, that's just an example, a real life example. And it just kind of brought me back around to that quality that I always respected. I still respect it. But it was just, I loved it because he said he had always had a difficult relationship. They never saw eye to eye. They were always arguing when they were together. Even had like law enforcement involved at one point, not because of like abuse or anything crazy like that, but just in the midst of petty disputes and arguments. But to still walk away if we're not going to be in a relationship together, we still have to parent a child, and I still got you. And that is, I think, something, like I said, I've always respected, and I've always stood on that. And I guess, like I said, that ties into my relationship with my own biological father, because he just wasn't around. He didn't help. He didn't. I'm sure in his little petty feelings or whatever, I don't know how he justifies it. So, in the midst of all the things going on, he made sure that his child's mother was okay, whether we're friendly or not, because my child needs to be okay. So she has what she needs. She knows that she can call him, whether she wants to or not. But he's there on the other side of the phone whenever. And he provided what she needed. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, for him, I guess fortunately for him, unfortunately for the girl he was trying to date at the time, if you can't understand that, then there's not a lot of like a positive for this relationship moving forward. Because if my child's mother calls again and she needs something, she needs help, or my child needs help, I'm gonna be there. So shout out to this man, my crazy uncle, who, when I felt sad that I didn't have that male figure in my life, stepped up once I stepped up and talked to him about what's been going on in my life. Said despite all my shit and all the things I've done, how I didn't get there by myself. Even to the part where I start fucking up myself. Made sure he got me too. It's nice. Anywho, I guess that was on my mind this morning and/or / last night. I'll talk to you guys later. Haven't done that in a while.